My name is Staff Sergeant Melbin Medina. I'm with HNS PTT, which is the advisor for the ANSAF here in Sangin, Afghanistan.
Could you explain the workup?
The workup for us was a little bit more than what we expected as far as the language piece. Most of the team had to learn Dari, and some of the team had to learn Pashto to ensure that we can be able to communicate and understand what we were going to do out here as far as communicating with the ANSAF and Afghan police.
What are your thoughts about Sangin?
My thoughts about Sangin is that it's come a long way. It's improved as far as from where they were at last year. The security is a whole lot better. The people like us, and we actually can move around the environment and in the area a whole lot more than we did last year. As a ETT mentor, I'm the mentor to 4th Company. I'm the Staff NCOIC for the AMT Team 2, which is the Army mentor team. I work with the 4th Tole, currently out of Dash, Chakal, Dash Do, and Post 4. And our responsibilities are pretty much to train them and get them up to speed to where they can self-employ themselves and operate all from security to resupply and any type of other operations that they may have or conduct during the future. From last year being with 3-7 to this year, like I said, the security has improved a whole lot. There's a whole lot more ANA personnel and ANSAF with the police, the ANCOP, that actually are doing a whole lot more than what they did last year, and it has helped us with our current operations. And I think that the ANA, as far as them to stand alone, they're pretty ready to go ahead and start conducting self-operations by themselves.
How do you think the local has changed from last time to this time?
I think the local population has changed a little bit more than last year, due to the fact that security is a whole lot better. So now they are more prompt to talk to us and give us more information, actually meet with us. The key leader engagements assure us they come out a little bit more than what they did last year, and that shows that the local nationals are actually in support of us more than what they were last year. As far as the coin piece with us, just as long as we keep building the ANA, training them to take and support the local population will be on their side more than they are with the enemy, regardless of who the enemy is. As far as the ANA, they just need to keep working on getting out there, meeting with the people, talking with the people, showing the people that they are the ones in the lead as far as operations and security within Sangin, and then the people will always be on their side, and this is how the coin piece will be turned over and won by the ANA.
How do you train? What's your guys' training towards the ANSAF forces?
As far as our training with the ANSAF, we train them in some of the basic patrolling skills, some of the basic counter IEDs, how to identify them, how to sweep, mark, how to use all the Valiant equipment, how to use the CMDs. We give them basic first aid, CPR, and also combat lifesaver skills that they can employ when they do independent operations on their own and any patrols. We also train them on weapons handling as far as their M16s, the M240, the M249, because those are the basic weapons that they carry. And then some of the other weapons that they have as far as foreign weapons that we also train them on is the PKM and also the RPG. A lot of this training goes into play when they're getting ready to conduct any patrols. As far as PCCs, PCIs, they also get training in that. Also the terrain models, planning, execution, and also debriefs that they can conduct as far as operations for themselves. daily patrol with the ANSAF forces consists of pretty much waking up, getting some breakfast in there with them, briefing them up on what the routes, what the terrain is going to look like, getting at a minimum a fraggle from them, from the squad leaders. There are some A&A that are equivalent to our squad leaders who have been properly trained as far as how to conduct patrols. They'll brief everybody before we step out. They'll conduct PCCs, PCIs. Once we're out on patrol, they'll identify who are the CMD carriers, who are all the ECM carriers as far as Guardians and Thors, who are the markers. They've been really good about that. And then what routes we're taking, and they're very good about also doing short security halts to find out exactly where we're at as far as where in the route for the patrol, and making sure that we're also talking with the local nationals, getting good information if we do talk to any of them as far as the atmospherics around the area. They're also good about passing all the pause reps as far as whatever AO they're in to all the main sections to identify where the ANA is currently patrolling in. And they're also good about ensuring that everybody makes it back safe and sound, and then conducting a proper gear accountability and also a debrief of how the patrol went and anything that happened during the patrol, and letting anybody put their 2 cents in basically about what happened during the patrol. I think the deployment has turned out pretty well. I would say it's a success. We have brought the ANA a long ways from where they were at, from our sister battalions after they left. They're doing a lot of more resupplies on their own. They're doing a lot of more independent patrols. They're actually doing a lot of more SUREs and KLEs than we expected. A lot of their NCOs are getting school trained, and we're running a lot of more courses as far as the ETT to get them up to par so we can set them up for success. And we've conducted a lot of train-to-trainer evolutions and courses to where we're feeding all the information and the knowledge to a lot of their NCOs, which now they're successfully passing on to a lot of their junior soldiers here. And I think the deployment has shown that, and they're ready to start doing a lot more independent operations and patrols as far as the AO. I feel that 3-7 has shown a lot as far as in my career as growth. I was able to do 2 advisory deployments with 3-7 as far as the ETT, work along the sides with the ANSAF, also with the AUP and also the ANCOP. I feel that 3-7 has come a long way since the last time we were here. A lot of the junior Marines that were here last year have grown and are more experienced and more knowledgeable on how to work with the ANSAF as far as operations and also culture. Culture is the big piece. If the rapport is there, which we have been able to seal with the ANSAF here and maintain, that will make sure and ensure that the mission is a success. And that's where I think 3-7 along with the ETT and the police and the ANCOP have succeeded in that. We have a very strong relationship with them, and that has been a big part of our success here with the ETT and 3-7.
You have any final thoughts you'd like to say?
Final thoughts are that we did an awesome job. If by any chance 3-7 does come to Afghanistan again, my advice would be to pretty much concentrate like we always have on the coin piece, working with the ANSAF. ANSAF is the key to the success here in Afghanistan. We cannot lose sight of mind of that. We always got to keep it in mind, and we always got to set those goals to set them up for success, because they are the key to success in Afghanistan, along with the people, always protecting them, providing security, and also always picking the correct persons and Marines to come and execute the mission of the advisor team.
Standing right there.